Hi guys, and welcome back to Love English. Today I have got 20 rather posh slang British expressions. It might seem like a little bit of an oxymoron, meaning two things that really don't belong together. Posh, slang. How does that work? But it really will help you understand native speakers and sound, well, a little bit more sophisticated in conversation. Before I get started, I want to share with you a fantastic opportunity with the sponsors of today's video, Lingoda. Lingoda is an online language school offering classes with qualified native language teachers, two of the most important things when you're looking for a language teacher. They offer virtual classes, both private and group classes. It's important to note that there are also very small group classes, so really around about 4 students. That's the perfect size. Now, Lingoda are offering you the chance to participate in their language marathon to help advance your English language skills further, and if you're really committed, for free. So with the Lingoda language classes, you really can learn anytime, anywhere. Classes are 24/7. That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All you need is a laptop, a good internet connection, and motivation to learn. I even took a Spanish class the other day just to test it out. And actually, I was massively impressed by how professional the teachers were and how interactive the classes felt. I was even able to look at the class materials before I started so I could check what we would be studying in that class. And my lesson was at 10 p.m. I'd had a really busy day, so I decided to do a class later in the evening. Perfect if you're super busy like me. So the offer, if you want to learn more about the Lingoda Language Marathon and how you can get 100% of your course fees refunded at the end of the course, then you can forward to here in the video to find out more about the terms and conditions of this fantastic language learning offer. Right, let's get started with this very posh slang lesson. Now, a few of these expressions are actually the kind that you might see in some old British films. A few of them you really wouldn't hear spoken so often, but if you are a bit of a movie buff, meaning you really enjoy movies, then these words may very well come up in some of our quintessentially British films. Okay, number 1, chuffed. Chuffed to bits, meaning really happy. It's that simple. I was chuffed to bits when she told me she'd passed her exams. Easy. Number 2, beastly. Her behavior was beastly. I couldn't believe it. Beastly meaning terrible, awful, bad. Beastly. Again, really more formal, sophisticated. Maybe the Queen would say the corgis are being beastly today. Number 3, terribly. Now, terribly, you would think is a standard word, but in fact, in more sophisticated circles, you might use terribly as a modifier, meaning very. She was terribly tired. She was terribly rude. Often it's more negative, so it's things that you would actually think of as being bad. So very in a bad way. Terribly rude, terribly tired, terribly lazy. Do you like my posh accent? Okay, number 4. Now, if someone has heard of this before, then you are great. You must be watching lots of British films because it is an expression that we really don't use in normal day-to-day English anymore. Spiffing, spiffing, spiffing. You did a spiffing job. The film was absolutely spiffing. It was a spiffing party. Basically meaning marvelous, amazing, really, really good. But again, you would probably use it in a more ironic, humorous way if you were speaking in normal everyday English. It does sound very old-fashioned. If you think this video is spiffing, then make sure you give me a thumbs up. Number 5, rather. Rather. Practice that pronunciation with me, guys. Rather. So, rather is again another modifier meaning very. We do use it a bit more frequently. I'm rather tired. I'm rather hungry. He was rather angry. I'm rather happy about that. So basically it means very, but it's kind of modifying it so you're feeling very, but in a very calm and controlled and posh way. Number 6 is great, and I definitely use this expression, this word, yonks. Yonks. I haven't seen him in yonks. I haven't had an ice cream in yonks. It just means for ages, for a really long time. So, what have you not done in yonks? Very posh. Right, number 7 and 8 both mean drunk. Now, we know that in British English, we like lots of adjectives to describe being drunk. Okay, there's lots of informal words, but this is informal and a little bit posh. So apparently, I haven't heard this one before, but I found it while I was researching. Tight, tight. And it means a little drunk. So, tight. I was drinking all afternoon and now I'm feeling a bit tight. Apparently it means a little bit drunk. I guess merry would be the equivalent in normal slang. Tight. Another one that I might actually use is blotto. Blotto or blottoed, the adjective. So I'm absolutely blotto. Means to be very drunk, but you're posh and drunk, so you're probably sitting in a nice suit or a ball gown. Now, number 9, instead of saying, oh my God, we would say golly or golly gosh. Golly gosh or golly. Now, if any of you have a native English teacher, please try this with them next time you're shocked. They will laugh. They will be surprised. It is a more formal slang expression, and rather than saying, oh my God, which could be considered blasphemous to many people, golly or golly gosh is a great way to avoid blasphemy and that G word. Number 10, this is a little bit like bloody. I've explained how the British use bloody in a previous lesson. Well, bugger would be the more posh equivalent. So, bugger is, oh bugger, or bugger that, or bugger this, or oh bugger, I forgot my keys at home. It's another exclamation showing shock and surprise. And sometimes just pure annoyance. Oh, bugger it. Why did I forget my keys? You can also use bugger as a noun to describe someone. He had the last piece of cake at work. What a bugger. Number 11, I haven't really heard before, but maybe you might in some British films. A brick. Now, a brick, this, you would think, okay, a brick, but apparently you can use it to describe a person who is reliable. She's been an absolute brick since I broke up with my boyfriend. They've been a strong, reliable person. A brick. Now, number 12, you know this word, but you might not have heard it used in this way. What a bore. Not boring, not I'm bored, but to describe something as a bore, the noun. To bore is also a verb, but in this case, it does sound a little bit more sophisticated. He's such a bore, darling. Number 13, this word sounds so funny. I want you to say it with me. Poppycock. Poppycock. Now, poppycock basically is a very posh, old, colloquial British expression to mean rubbish, nonsense, not true, a lie. He'd told me his dog ate his homework. What poppycock? It does sound a little bit posh and snobby to say poppycock, but you might want to understand it if you are watching any British films or just to shock your teacher. Another way of saying you don't think something is true is tosh, the noun. Oh, tosh. What tosh? He told me he was too busy to see me. What tosh? Okay, number 15. You might have heard mate or buddy as slang for friend, but those posh Brits do have a few more words for you. You might have heard old chap, old bean, old boy, old chum. These are more formal and much less used expressions to say friend or a term of endearment to speak to someone. I would say that chum is probably more commonly used than old boy or old bean. They sound a bit strange, but old chum or my chum, you could possibly get away with if you want to sound a bit more sophisticated. Now, this is a little bit of an idiomatic expression to say somebody is a good egg. That student in my class does all his homework, always attends lesson and is on time. He's a good egg. Often it can refer to somebody as being trustworthy as well as a decent, honest person. Likewise, we can say bad egg for somebody that is not trustworthy. I don't trust him, he looks like a bad egg to me. Right, number 17. You got to do a posh accent with this, guys, otherwise it just doesn't sound right. Rightyho, rightyho, meaning yes, it's just an exclamation mark. It's time to go home now. Rightyho. Number 18 is basically anything related to cricket. So to say that somebody got themselves into a bit of a sticky wicket basically means they got themselves into a little bit of trouble. Or I'm bowled over, meaning I'm shocked, surprised, overwhelmed by something. Bowled over. I was bowled over by your generosity. Okay, that's enough about cricket because I don't really understand the game. Okay, number 19, probably my favorite word to insult people, twit. Basically means idiot, somebody that's stupid, but because it's a little bit more posh or associated with a word posh people might use, it kind of sounds a bit better, a bit more sophisticated. Oh, you twit. So number 19, don't say idiot, say twit. Okay, number 20, don't say goodbye, say cheerio. Or, really posh, choodle pip. So these are expressions that basically mean goodbye. That's it. Informal, kind of slang expressions, cheerio and toodle pip. Cheerio, I think you could probably use. Toodle pip really does sound a little bit more old-fashioned. So this amazing offer. You can take one class per day each month. That's 30 lessons per month. And wait for it. If you complete those 30 lessons during the 3-month period, at the end of the course, you will be given a 100% refund. That means up to €800 worth of free classes from Lingoda. Incredible. Now, if a full marathon seems like a little bit too much commitment, then you can also do the Lingoda half marathon. In this case, you can take 15 classes per month for 3 months and then get 50% of your fees back at the end of the course. Again, to qualify, you need to make sure that you participate and attend all those lessons. So, both the full and half marathon require 100% of your attendance in order to qualify for that amazing special offer of either 100% of your money refunded or 50% for the half marathon. This is a great incentive to stay motivated and focused on your language goal. The language courses available are, of course, English, Spanish, German, and French. And you can also now attend the business language course. Now, this is for advanced speakers, so B2 level and above. You'll be covering things like presentation skills, how to host a business meeting, how to manage in a job interview, So this is a really great way to boost your language level and improve your prospects in the workplace and advance your career. Okay, so the details. The Lingoda Marathon runs from the 1st of October 2018 until the 1st of January 2019. In order to participate, you need to sign up before the 21st of September 2018. So that is really fast approaching. And don't worry, Lingoda have made special arrangements. So the 24th, 25th and 26th of December, you can have a break for Christmas. You won't need to attend classes on those days. So as part of the Lingoda Marathon, you will be signing up to a subscription for 3 months. That means each and every month you will make a payment for the Lingoda Marathon. But remember, if you do attend all of the classes required, then you will qualify for a 100% refund on the full marathon and 50% on the half marathon. For more information and to read the terms and conditions, which I do recommend you read fully, click the description box below, follow the link to Lingoda, and there you'll be able to enter a special voucher code I have for you, LEARN13, where you'll actually receive $4.50 off the entrance fee, making it only 50 cents. That's €4.50 off the entrance fee. So if you subscribe right away, you will not be charged until the 24th of September. And you do, of course, have 14 days from signing up to stop your first payment or get a full refund on the first payment if you change your mind. That's a 14-day cooling off period. Remember, if you book a class and miss it, or if you don't book a class at all, you will no longer qualify to get that refund. However, you can still continue to participate in the language marathon for the full 3 months. Do make sure you read those terms and conditions very carefully before entering the marathon so you have the best chance of actually getting that full refund and having a 3-month language course for free. Right guys, don't forget to click the link and sign up to the Lingoda Marathon using that special code for you, LEARN13. And of course, make sure that you like this lesson, you share with others, and you comment below. Can you try and use some of those posh British slang expressions? I really hope that you have enjoyed the lesson, and make sure that you press that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Cheerio!